get started, I'm here to talk about the Adonit Ink Stylus. The good people and in the UK of No Nonsense connected with me and decided to collaborate on this video, and so that's what we're here to do. We're going to talk about the Adonit Ink, which is an awesome stylus. It's a fine point stylus for Windows. It works on Microsoft Surface and Windows 10 machines. So I'll give you some specs on it in a minute, but I will talk about my experience with Adonit styluses and what I have found in my path that's worked for me. So let me double check that we're still straight, that we're good to go. It looks good. All right. Got a couple comments. Love their products. Awesome. Loud and clear. Thank you, Danny. And thank you for giving me a heads up and giving me some feedback right away, Danny, because I was talking and I did not even pay attention that the sound was on. But Carlos, thank you, sir. Yes, the products are good, right? So years ago, when I first had my iPad Pro, a regular iPad, I had an iPad 2. That's when I came on with digital. I wanted to draw on the iPad. I just thought it'd be the greatest thing ever if you could draw on the iPad. So what I decided to do in those days is start buying styluses. So I think the first was the good old bamboo stylus, right? So you have that little round rubber, and I went through several of these because they'll snag when you have them in your pocket or whatever, and something happens, right? So that was one experience. Then I found this other stylus slash brush. So it has a stylus tip, but on the other side it has a brush. And so when you're drawing and so on, it looks like it's it feels like you're painting on the screen, right? And depending on the app, you get that painting texture or painting brush. Then there was a Kickstarter, and so I got the Nota, N-O-T-A, and it was really cool. But it has that rubber tip, and what happens is that these do not support pressure. So even though you may get a good response on the iPad, they don't support pressure, so you don't get to really draw and experience the creative process the way you would with traditional media. And that's the one thing that we're always looking for, is like, how can I get that paper and pen or pencil and marker experience with digital? And the way it feels, not what you end up producing, but the way it feels. And the way it feels has a lot to do with how confident you feel in your work, and less stress in figuring out whether you're working on a drawing or you're working on your technique. So as time went on, I realized that you had to get into the Bluetooth level, and so then I before the Bluetooth, I got another Adonit. This one is the Jot Pro, and so it has a little disc, right? There's a little disc right here, and so then that when you lean it on the glass, that it now you get a fine point pen and not that rubber feel, which is cool, but it's still not pressure sensitive. And as time goes on and I started upgrading my iPads, I realized that the technology in the glass, in the digitizer, it changes and changes and improves and improves. So then some of these pens are no longer any good anymore. They're cool. I still have them. I like looking at them. Sometimes I play with them, but they're not going to give me what I want. The Samsung worked with Wacom and put together this bamboo pen that works on all Note devices. So I love that. So I bought this pen, and I've been playing and drawing with it on my Note 5, Note 4, and Note 10 tablet. So now we get into the pressure sensitivity, and that's where the Jot Touch comes into play. Another Adonit product. I got several Adonit. So this is one here, and then now I get into the Bluetooth. And so now it has buttons. You can program the buttons to do what you want. I have so many styluses. Yes, sir. Michael Thomas, and word up, Carlos. Man, I'm sure you got a good collection. And so what happens is that you try out the things that are cheaper, $20, $30, and then you start buying $100 styluses. but the technology keeps changing on the screen, on the digitizer, so the reaction and the feel you get for the drawing is not the same once you start changing from the iPad to another iPad. And so from the iPad 2 to the iPad Air, the whole process has changed. So now these pens are no good. They don't work. The last Adonit that I have is another Adonit called the Jot Touch. And it does have that little hard clear disc, and but it's Bluetooth, so then it does register. What's up, Iggy? It does register pressure, and when it starts, and that's what you want. You want to just not be able. You want to draw on the screen, but also register pressure so that you can get the thickness and thinness lines and the light strokes and so on, like you could on a piece of paper. So that's my path when it comes to the pens. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. The only one that still works well is the one that's for Samsung. And then sometimes I use these the non-Bluetooth ones just to play around. But the digitizer on the screens of the iPads keep changing, so you have to keep buying a newer stylus. Just getting into converting art to digital, trying to get used to stylus. Any tips for getting comfortable with digital drawing using stylus? Yes, that's what we're here, Michael Thomas. And so what I found out was that no matter how many pens I buy, if the pen does not come with the machine, then third-party pens will kind of work, but they're not going to give you that experience that you're looking for. And it's through my pad that I realize these things for myself. Now, Michael and everybody else who's watching, I suggest that you go to the store, you go to Best Buy, and you sit there, because Dell now has a pen. So this is a Dell Venue 8, and this is old now, years ago. But they sold it separately from the pen, but the pen was made to work with this Dell. And so now when you draw with it, it actually works well together, and you're able to master it and focus on it. However, my problem is that these tips, and this is where the answer to Michael's question comes into play. These tips are hard plastic, and they're beating against hard glass, and now you don't get that feel for the drawing that you would with paper and any other materials, which is when Microsoft came out with the Surface. That's when everything changed. That's when it really showed me what a company could do when they have their own pen. So this pen has a little rubber edge that I put on it, which then covers the programmable buttons, which is okay for me because I don't use the buttons anyways. In any case, here's a regular Surface pen. Here's these two Surface pens have different tips. One has a rubber tip on it. The other one has a hard tip, and I usually use the rubber tip, and it's a soft touch tip. So Michael, so any stylus that's sold out there that has interchangeable tips, that's what you want to focus on, right? That's what you want to be able to get. Of course, I have an iPad. I am talking to you. I'm streaming this through my iPad. But then here's the Apple Pencil, and so Apple compromised, and it's not a hard plastic tip, but it's not a soft rubber tip either. So somewhere in between, and that gives you enough of a grip, so when you're drawing, you get that feeling that you want, as you would on a natural traditional media. All right, but we're here to talk about this Adonit Ink. So the Adonit Ink is a nice little package. You can find it online for like $50. It is it says let's see. This is the wrong link. Here we go. Adonit Ink. There it is. Blah blah blah. Adonit.net. Oh, I opened the wrong window. Come on. It's a classic or Bluetooth. Oh, there it goes. I saw it. Ink. So the Adonit Ink is for Windows 10. It supports Windows 10 machines and the Surface, and I think it starts from the Surface 3 on up. It says English because it has different languages. It gives you 80 hours of battery life. USB rechargeable. That's what I like. I like USB rechargeable pens because then you don't have to fumble with batteries. And the the battery for the Surface pen, it's 4A, so so that's not easy to find, and then it's a big old ordeal trying to open it up and change it out. Okay, so the Adonit Ink is around $45, and I think you can find it even for $30 on Amazon. It's for all Windows. It says the Microsoft Pen Protocol, so that's when the Surface Pro came out, the first and the second version, it was Microsoft working with Wacom together to produce this the Surface. And then when the Surface 3 came out, Microsoft had bought a company that was working on the digitizing side for pen drawing on a tablet, and Intric technology. And so now there's a whole different protocol for how a pen reacts with the screen and to give you the drawings that you want. And Apple did their own technology, and so that's why you have all these multiple pens that work on one that don't work on the other, and so on. But it's supposed to be pressure sensitive and have palm rejection, and it has some shortcut buttons, and it has a clip and so on, to carry whatever. Okay, we'll see. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch cameras because I have Cinemaker up. All right, we're broadcasting with Cinemaker, and I'm gonna switch out to this next camera so that you can see my table. And so let me get that ready and switch cameras just like that. Bam. And here we are. So this is the phone where I'm paying attention to the comments and so on. And then I have the Surface right here. Back here you can see the iPad that has the stream going out the door to Facebook to where you can see it. And then here are my so I have a couple of Wacom Cintiq pens, the Apple pencil, my Surface pens, and then a bunch of other stuff, right? Okay, so there we go. We talked about it, we saw it. Everybody can hear me, that's good. We're still on, awesome. So here's the Surface. This is the Surface that I like to use. This is the tablet I like to use to draw with. It's really good. I like that touch cover, so that you can as soon as you attach it, you can start typing and so on. I just wish it was Bluetooth so that when you detach it, it still works. But that's another story. That's a whole nother video for Microsoft. Microsoft, get at me. Let's talk about it. So here is the Adonit Touch. So let me make sure that I can get good lighting for y'all, because I need to make sure that we can see what I'm talking about. And as I'm changing the tint and it looks green, so let's go the other way. And I can zoom in. There we go, right? And so now the exposure, let's turn that down. There we go, a little bit of exposure, let down. ISO, no, too much. Let's take it down. See, that's just a good thing. Okay, up, back up. Exposure down, and temperature. I need it to there we go. Okay, cool. I hope that helps with what you can see. And let me go ahead and take away that zoom, because I want it to look right. Let me see. Yep. All right. I'm checking the Facebook feed here to double check that everything is normal. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get into this Adonit box. It is for Windows 10, and so that's why I have the Surface out. But I also have a Dell tablet, and I'm gonna turn it on. I think it has juice. Come on, where are you? Is that the power? I thought that was the power. I forgot. I might have left it on too long, and the battery killed the battery. Let's see if I can find my charger. There you are. Come here. Sorry about that. I'm trying to charge up this Dell because I really like it. There we go. The light is on. Okay, cool. It's working. It's working. All right, good. We're back. You have to bail. Glad I could help a little. I'll check out the finished video later. Yes, sir, Danny. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. All right, so here's the box. It's the Adonit, and it's for Windows 10. Let's go ahead and get opening it. I like. I love new toys, new gifts, technology, and fresh out the box. I think I saw a different Adonit for sale at Target the other day, and I'm interested in the Adonit that is for the phone, so I can draw on my phone. So Michael says, just picked up the Wacom, the 24 HD. Yes, it was used with no pen. I was told by students in design department there are many pens that can be used with it. This talk is getting good. Good, awesome. Well, if you have the Wacom Cintiq, you want a pen. It was used and no pen. Yeah, so even if it's used, I have a Cintiq that is much older than yours, and it's a 21-inch, and they work great. They last a long time as long as you treat it right. It'll work fine, and that's why I've collected other pens, because I don't let a good deal go by, and I change out the tips so that I can have the texture that I'm looking for. But once you put the pen to it, man, oof, it's awesome. So we got a quick start. So let's get back to this ink. Adonit Ink. The only thing that comes in the box is this paper. That's a quick start guide. And is there English here or even Spanish? Para encender, mantenga pulsado el botón interior de Adonit. Okay, so let's see what all is in there. So we have this little, so we have the pen. Let's pull that pen out. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is it feels cool. It has a nice textured finish. I like that. I like how that I'm able to grip it and get a touch for it, which is one of the reasons why I put a grip on my Apple Pencil, because it's too slick. And when it's too slick, I feel like I have to grip extra hard to control the pen. And so when it has a little texture like this, that kind of it makes you, it helps feel secure. The tip is one of those screw-ons, just like the Apple Pencil. Whereas on the Surface Pen, you use a tool to pull the tip out. So the tool that you use to pull the tip out is the same kind you would with Cintiq. And here, let's put all these pens right here. These are the current ones. These are my main go-to pens. So this one is a screw, and you screw it on. And I know that once you screw it in, it has sensors so that when you're drawing, it will feel the pressure. All right, so now let's look at the rest of the stuff in here. It has a little lip here. And it has USB something, I forget what it's called, USB-B, I think. It's for the Android, same as the Android. And I guess, oh, there we go. So then that clips into here to charge up. I like that. That's cool. Some of the other Adonits have come with a, let me see if I can grab it. It's in here. With a USB charger that when you set on the USB, that goes in this one, you plug this into the USB and then you put the pen on here magnetically. It attaches itself, and so then it charges that way. That's cool too. I like that, except that sometimes you don't have the ports for it, or you don't need to have this sticking out of the machine like that. That's a little dangerous. However, this one goes with this, and this one goes with this one. Yep. However, I do like the fact that it's rechargeable. That is a big plus. And so having a rechargeable cord is great, and it's a classic Android charger, so I can use any of my other chargers to connect to it. So that's great. I like that, right? So let's go ahead and plug it in. And let's see what's it say I have to do. I'm going to look at this. It says, mantenga pulsado el botón inferior del Adonit hasta que prenda la luz verde. Okay. And then para apagar, los dos botones mismos durante 2 segundos para aparezca. So we turn it on. You got to turn up to hold the button. So it's got 2 buttons here. And then hold it until you see the light turn green. So that's a little hole right here for a light. And then to turn it off, you hold those 2 buttons also. So let's move that over. This is the box. It says turn. Oh, there you go. It's in English right here. The start guide. So there it is. Turn it on, turn it off, and then right click. Hold down the upper button for right click, and then eraser. Hold down the lower button, which is brings up another thing. So holding down the lower button is the eraser. Holding up the top button is the right click, and that's what I like about the Wacom and the Microsoft Pen. And let's get a different one that we can see the buttons, because especially the Microsoft Pen, it has the eraser. Like you can use that, and then it becomes the eraser. On this side, it has 2 buttons, and it has a button, and it's programmable. I don't use the button because I need to be able to grip how I want to get the drawing that I want out of it. With Wacom, the same thing. I use the Cintiq pen. I don't care for the buttons. I don't program them. I use my left hand to do everything else, including keyboard shortcuts or touching the screen, especially since you have a Surface, you can touch the screen. I'll show you how to do that. But it does have the eraser option, so you can turn it around and erase. So that's always cool. So the fact that you can hold down the button below, oh, there goes the light, then you can use it to erase. That's awesome. The other big thing about this pen is that it's supposed to be pressure sensitive. So we'll see. So let's open up the Surface. Let's get rid of the keyboard. Turn it on. There it goes. Thank you. Oh, I can see it. I can see the pen hover as I hover over the tablet. It's leaving a mark where I can see what's happening. So let's go to my go-to drawing app, Sketchable. Awesome people, great folks, great app. One of my drawings. Let's go and look at that. Oh, it's very responsive, very fast. I like that. Okay, so now with my left hand, what I do when I'm drawing is I turn the canvas, I make selections, I do all types of things, right? But with the right hand is what I draw. Ooh, look at that. Hey, and it's pressure sensitive. It does have a cool feel. Now, let's use the Surface pen that has the hard tip. And so sometimes I use the hard tip just so that I can lightly draw and it leaves the mark. And when I use the rubber grip, it's because I need to be careful and I want to get that line that I'm looking for, right? So now with this pen, I think this is going to be my go-to pen. It's very light compared to those. The grip is good. The thickness is very similar. It's a little thinner. The Adonit is a little thinner. And then I can go like this. Greg's asking, how many pressure sensitivity does it have? I don't know, but I don't think it is. I think I get more pressure sensitivity out of the Surface pen. So let me turn down. Let me try that. Yep, there we go. But it does feel good. Now this Surface has a screen protector. One of the reasons I put a screen protector is to give me the grip that I want out of it. So let me grab another Surface. And this Surface does not have a screen protector. And see how that feels. Wow, I look up how many levels of pressure is this supposed to have. And it does not say. It's the Adonit Ink, so I think we should look that up. Let me try a different device. I think I'll try this one. Is it on? Are you on? Yes. and check on that, because I'm interested in trying to in knowing also. I know I can tell the difference. I can tell the difference. Adonit, but I do know that it's a the Adonit ink is a lot cheaper than buying the Surface pen. Now the Surface pen will cost you the one for the Surface Pro 3 and 4 is around $60, but now the new Surface pen is for it's $100. So I have not bought it because I know that there's certain limitations on that on my Surfaces. These are the Surface Pro 4 that I will not take advantage of that pen anyway. So all right, so here goes the Surface Pro 4, but with the glass. So this Surface Pro 4, the first one has a screen protector. This one does not. And so now I'm on the glass and it feels good. I like it. I think it's good. It's a little hard, just like this one, the original, but it still has. What's going on? There we go. It glides. It glides over the glass. No need to push hard. But this one is just there. So let's I gotta move. There we go. Yeah. So I like to draw. When I'm drawing, I start from thin to thick. Yeah, I think I have more pressure levels on the Surface Pro Pen 4. So let's see Adobe Ink. I'm looking up at the website. So this is for now the Surface Pro Pen only works on Surface Pro machines, whereas this Adonit Ink is supposed to work on all Windows 10. I like it. I think I'm gonna play with this a whole lot more. I can see myself playing with this really good. Yeah, but I think I like this better. And I will tell you that it feels like there we go. It feels closer to the Apple pencil than it does to the Surface Pen. I like that. There we go. Now let's test out the other things. So we say right click. Let's see if I can right click. Oh, it does. Yes, I see the right click. Okay. But now let's see the eraser. So I'm clicking down and then erasing. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Now, of course, with the I'm erasing right now, just holding down the button near the edge towards the tip, and it turns into eraser. And I can change my eraser thickness and go back to the pencil so that we know that if I just do nothing, it just draws. But if I hold down the front of the pen, I get that now, and I'm getting that that palm rejection. That is happening because my hand is resting on the surface, and I can still draw, which is what's awesome about Sketchable. You can't get that on Adobe Illustrator. I've tried. Adobe Photoshop, it works a little, but this Sketchable is made for drawing on the surface, and it takes advantage of the in the settings it has palm rejection. You can paint and draw with the stylus or stylus and touch, and then so that way you can do this, right? So draw with your finger or draw with the stylus. But even when you're drawing with the stylus, even in hand finger, the your hand does not interfere with the drawing. So Greg says looks more accurate and has a higher sensitivity. SP4 is 2048, looks really good. Yes, so I do know that the Surface Pen 4 has 2048 levels of pressure. That is similar to my Cintiq. I think it might have the 2000 or the 1000. Now the Surface Pen, the newest one, is like beyond 4,000 levels of pressure. But this looks all right. I like it. I think I can dig it. And it's only $50. And if you go through if you do a Google search, you'll find better sell prices for this, but it looks cool. I like it. So let me turn it off, and then so I can still feel that the thickness. I don't know because of my fingers. Oh, the parallax has it. It's good. And you know what, Greg? You're asking. So there's a couple of things. Now we're getting into the art thing, right? Um, um, you're asking about parallax. It's right there. It's very little. I know that when I'm looking at it with Surface Pen, there's no parallax. It's wherever I put the pen, that's where the drawing goes. However, I do know that it's faster. The Surface Pen is faster, and when I'm sketching and drawing with this Adonit, the faster I go, there's a little slight delay in the milliseconds that I can see. I can tell. But it's not, as an artist who likes to sketch a lot, it's not enough to get me out to matter. Right now, I am sketching and drawing, and it works good enough for me to keep on, and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. There is a delay though, as you can see. Let's go like that. Look, there's let's go like that. Let's start right here in this edge, and then I'm gonna draw over, and you can see a gap. If you're looking at the screen, you can see a gap, and it's trying to follow. And but when I do that with the Apple Pencil, there's not that problem. And I find myself pushing a little bit harder with the Apple Pencil, with the Surface Pen. I find myself pushing a little harder with the Surface Pen to get the same thickness. So I know now by testing that the Surface Pen has more pressure sensitivity levels than the Adonit, and the Surface Pen reacts a whole lot faster than the Adonit. But the Adonit is not a bad pen, especially when you're paying $50. And I'm gonna tell you, I can do a search and find it for cheaper. You're nice, boss. Can you sketch a piece? Yes, let's sketch something, right? So let's I like Batman. So let's go. Okay, so let me turn off the hand turn on the hand rejection, because you can see that when I lay my finger or lay on the glass, it's going to cause to leave marks. So let me get my settings. Stylus only, and this is unsketchable right now. So let me go. I do feel it feels light, and that's good, but I think I still need a thickness to it. I might have to put I would have to put a grip and not use the, but that would also take away the option of using these buttons. All right, so let's go. It looks smoother, yes sir. All right, bam, bam. Let's go like that. So I've been drawing. Let's go, and let's go to there. Let's go there. Right now, this is the Batman that I draw. I do like the glass a little bit better, and that's because you don't have to push harder to get the marks. There we go. And what I like is that you can twist and turn. I have to slow down, because if I go too fast, it doesn't go to the edges here. There we go. Nice. I like that. Yes. And so now I can turn that down some. Get another, and get my pen. Let's get the pen. And let's see. Oh, it's too big. Let's go. Let's change the color. Let's go like that. Let's go. Yeah. I think if I want to draw really smooth, I want to do now I feel like I want to use the screen protector texture. What's up, Batman? I'm Batman. Yeah, yeah, and then I can turn that off, and now you see that. It's okay. It's all good. I like it. All right, there's that drawing. The software, Adrian, is Sketchable app. It's for Windows 10 machines, and it's awesome. Yeah, Greg is very familiar with that app. It's awesome. All right, let me put that over here and grab this one. So I think I like the grip better. I'm about to put a screen protector on that surface. All right, let's turn that off. Get another layer. We got the pencil. Just kick it up. Let's get the different color. And Sketchable. Yep, Sketchable app. They're real cool people. Let's see. So, whoa, that thing is little. Let's go there. Yeah, I'm not saying anything because I'm drawing, right? I'm just kind of sketching. Sorry, I'm not talking. But yeah, it does feel cool, and I think I do like the fact that it's a very light, and it draws really well, and even that and there's no like even that little lag is not it's not enough to bother me. I can see it, but it doesn't bother me. There goes Batman. And I can thin this, make it thinner, let's go thin, get that, turn that down, bam, let's get another, let's change inks. I need to go hang out with Greg and play with his toys. There we go. Yeah, I think it's all right. Now, one thing you're gonna have to do when you do digital art is it takes a lot of practice. You can't just jump from paper to screen and think that your skills are gonna help you through. Whoa, take it easy. Have I tried the Surface Dial? Whoa, something is reacting over here. Greg, no, I have tried it. Sorry, yes, I have tried it. And, however, I did not like it. That's just me. And I did not like it. Let me check what's going on here with my settings. Oh, it crashed. No, something is interfering with my drawing. Let me turn that down. Go here. There you go. I do like that it's pressure sensitive, so I can go from thin to thick. But yeah, Greg, I tried a Surface Dial. It was not. I can drawing. I want to do the dial. I don't know. I tried it. Try to play with it at the store. Maybe I need more time with it, and then I can see the benefit of that. There we go. Maybe I guess because then I can change the settings, the colors, etc. Something like that. Let's fix that. But you can tell us about it if you like it. It's super cool. He said it's super cool. All right, well then we know how you feel. Now I'm not opposed to Microsoft sending me one. I'll draw on it all day if they send me one. I'll put in the time. But yeah, but when you're drawing digitally, you need to put in some time into mastering the tools. There is no way that you're going to just jump on it and then be good at it. It's just not that way. It's a lot of practice. Yep, Macro got it. Acro got it right. Practice. So Batman's got his heavy coat on because it's cold in ATL. I don't know what the weather's like in your town or where you at, but it's cold over here. But he still has his Adidas gear on. So let me turn off the layer. There it is. And now you can just see Batman. I'm Batman. NYC, that's where you at, Acro? Cool, man. Cool. I think Greg is in France. Where are you, Greg? Let me look you up. I forgot. Hey. Oh, so when the screen is reacting to the pen. Take it easy, screen. Hey. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Did something. Because it doesn't usually do that. For blending. Oh, okay. Yeah, Greg, I can see that. For blending, yeah. Turn the dials, you're doing stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Come on. I have a lot of devices going on right now, so there's a lot of interference. Come on. Yep, Greg is in France. And Greg need to send me some Microsoft stuff. Go ahead and send me that dial, send me that Surface Studio, and I'll blend in some artwork. All right, Greg, good. I'm glad you're paying attention. Come on, machine. All right, here we go. This is so that was how it works on the Sketchable. Blending, when he says blending, he means like when you're doing different colors and trying to mix and blend in the colors to get a particular stroke and style to the drawing. All right, so that's the surface. It works well with the surface. It reacts really well. I can draw. And actually, matter of fact, let me go ahead and sign this, and this is going to be one of my posts. DTM 2018. See, follow me at Delta Tango Mike. You can also follow me at Draw Daily 2017. I'm not done with my Draw Dailies. I got ways to go. As a matter of fact, yeah, I need to get on that. All right, so that's. Let me move this surface out the way. Let me see if the Dell is sufficiently charged up. There it goes. It's starting up. I doubt that it's going to work on the Dell because Adonit does not say it will work on the Dell. That Dell pen, where'd you go, Dell pen? Move you over here. It's dangerous. All these devices. All right, let's see. All right. Where did you go, pen? The pen for the Dell. I had it, and I moved it, and now I don't see it. Oh, it's right here. So this is the pen for the Dell, and it might be dead because the battery, it's just a battery hog. It's gone. Yep. But here is the Adonit, and no, it doesn't work here. Let me try clicking on it. There it goes. So I have a little Dell 10, Dell 8, Dell Venue 8. It's a full Windows 10, and I have Sketchable installed here. I like to draw little quick sketches in here, and no, it's not gonna react at all. There's no reaction whatsoever. So even though it's a Windows 10 machine, it's not going to. And this one is dead, so I'm going to have to put a battery in it if I want to see it work. And I don't have a battery handy, and I want to take my time with it. So there we go. The ink, the Adonit Ink is a good little drawing stylus. I think I liked it better on the Surface that has the screen protector, but it works fine even with the one that does not have a screen protector. Let's see. This is another drawing right there. Let's do another drawing right here. No screen. Let me turn down the size, turn up the opacity, and change the color. So now I'm going to draw myself. Very cool. There you go. All right. So man, yeah, I can see myself putting a grip on it. Gonna have to, but it's okay. Yeah, there he goes. And but I can tell the pressure sensitivity is it has it. It's just not dramatic enough for you to take advantage of it. So let's get the black color and make that. And let's get another layer and turn this layer down. There we go. It's all fuzzy. It feels, oh, because I'm very close. All right, here we go. Thank you, Acro. Appreciate it. Tag me in some of your work, man. Let me see what you're working on. And there it is. That's the Adonit Ink. It's not a bad buy. It's actually pretty good. I'm gonna keep drawing with it and get a better feel for what I want to do with it. And I'm gonna put a grip on it because I want there we go. I wanna be able to take advantage of the pressure sensitivity. And it starts thin and it gets thicker. Now, of course, if I increase the size of my pen, now I can really see it more dramatic. It is too thick. It's there we go. So I think depending on the size of your brush, you'll see a better. And then I like sketchable because you can do this. Look, just go back. That's awesome. Just go back. There we go. One more. There it is. And now, I like that. Bam. There we go. And then I don't press hard at all. I just let the pen glide over the glass. Very cool. Yeah, the rewind effect, that was cool, right? There we go. Alright. I'm waiting on another pen that's for all touch devices. And I just like playing with stuff. Okay, I've been on for a long time. I'm about to go. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for staying here with me and giving you feedback and telling me how I'm doing, because I want to keep creating more content, more reviews, more artwork, and talk about the art business. The business of art is important for artists because that's how we make money, right? With our art. So come on through. Thank you, sir, for sticking around. Acro, thank you, everybody else. Follow me at Delta Tango Mike. That's on all the social medias. Check out Artist King _ATL because we have a lot of free meetups, a lot of workshops, and artist resources. Art is King _ATL. And if you want some more tutorials on digital drawing, illustration, and Illustrator, then you need to go to Vector Maestros. and that is on YouTube. Yeah, I'm cool with it. I like it. I wonder if I can change the tips. I may try that. Yes, Greg, thanks for sticking around, brother. Thank you for all your feedback. And I'll see y'all later. Y'all take it easy. Get to drawing, create, share it online. Let me see what you're working on. Peace.